13:20. But welcome back to Olympic Park, Craig Mottram. Inside 3:30, Tim Nelson will...
We've seen you on the track at the Melbourne Track Classic, just starting to pick up the little goals you've set for yourself, and now World Cross. Your own progress, you must be happy at the moment at the way you're tracking.
Yeah, look, I'm really happy with the way things are going. Obviously, Melbourne was the first time I'd stepped foot on a track in a competition in Australia for a long time. And I was happy with the result. It was where I thought I was, and then it gave me a bit of confidence to go into World Cross and know that firstly I'd make the distance. That was the biggest challenge, and look, the ideal result for me was top 30 at World Cross, and to finish 21st was fantastic. So we got home a couple of days ago, long trip, but look, it was a good one, well worth it, and I'll move forward now and run the National Championships here in Melbourne over 1500 in a couple of weeks.
As far as being part of a national squad again, it's the first since World Championships in a couple of years. I think 2008 maybe.
Yep.
World Cross back then. Be back into the fold and amongst those people again. You must be great to feel that all.
Yeah, look, it was fantastic. We had a good team, strong team. Had a couple of youngsters, juniors on the team, as well as a really solid senior men's and women's team, which was great. So to get back involved with the guys that I'd travelled with previously in 2007 and 8 was a lot of fun. I met some new guys that I hadn't met before that had progressed and become serious contenders over the last couple of years while I was away, and everybody was fantastic. It was one of the more enjoyable teams that I've travelled with in my career. So Spain's always a fantastic place to go to, and everybody let loose on the last night and had a good time. So it was certainly a lot of fun.
Now we look forward to that national championship, the 1500 metres. Do you set yourself a similar sort of modest goal? Do you just go out there and race it? Because ultimately you are targeting the 5,000 metres at Stanford.
I'm going to keep a lid on everything, as I've done up until now, and that way I'm pleasantly surprised with whatever result comes. But look, the Nationals will be fun, no pressure for me. It's as you say, an event that I'm going to use to get ready to run in Stanford a couple of weeks later on. So first things first, got to make the final. We got a good group of young guys. Obviously Jeff Risley's going really well. Jeremy Roth won the 1500 in Sydney last week. So it's going to be hard for me to get on the podium, but I want to make the final, and I want to feature in the final, and do something that makes people remember that I'm still around. I'm not going to run around at the back and just make up the numbers. I'm going to try and run. Well, I will run as best as I can, and the result will be what it is. But at the moment, no expectations. Have fun.
Now, when you were chatting to the guys before, they asked you about your running style, and you said aggressive. As your confidence comes back into your running, is that something we're going to see across the year in the 5,000 metre races, the US and Europe? Yeah,
you got to pick your races, I suppose. And for me, Melbourne, obviously a few weeks ago, was one where I just had to roll in. I'm a realist. I know that I'm not in 13-minute shape, and I know that if I go to be aggressive in those races, it won't work out for me. So when I say aggressive, I'm aggressive in maximising my result, in finding a way that best suits me to run, and then I'm aggressive in that task. And for me at the moment, it's just to take it one day at a time, and to figure out my strengths and weaknesses and run to them. But as I get better and better, and my times improve and my fitness improves and my ability on the track gets better, then I'll have no hesitation in going back to the front and running hard the last few laps.
So we look forward to seeing you back at the front and running hard, so thanks for joining us.
Pleasure, thank you.